Come on, buddy. Hey, everybody. Yes, I'm braving the weather. Hopefully, I'm live. It's less than 10 degrees, actual temperature. We got almost 6 inches of snow, starting at about 10 to 11 this morning. But Bandit's built for it, and he loves it. So I can't deny him. And mods, block any rude people because I don't have, unless Diana comes in here and can put it on. I need to maybe see if like Art, I don't know, RJ, maybe if you'd want to also be, because you're always here. If maybe you want to be a managing mod too. Diana has been sick lately, unfortunately. She's still my best buddy, though. Well, one of them. Yeah, I bundled up. I have 3 pairs of pants on, 2 sweatshirts, a jacket, gloves, a hat, and watch me get down here and get the gas station closed because of the weather. Wouldn't that be funny? I mean, it's okay. Bandit needed to use the bathroom anyways and get his walk in. So, bundled up like this isn't too bad. Hey, Connie. I went in there and talked to the English speaking couple today and told her, explained everything because I can't, the other workers and the one that was working the day I got hit, of course, got transferred. But I did talk to the owner that one time, and then today I went in and I was like, yeah, thank God, because I was up this morning and walked down here and I talked to him and gave him. She's like, I think it might rewrite after 24 hours. I was like, no way. But anyway, she said she's gonna pass that on. And yep. And tomorrow, guys, is supposed to be a high of like 6 degrees. So, oh, come on, get your foot out of there. No cars around, guys. Thank goodness for Benny's traffic awareness video. I wouldn't have been able to survive. So, even though I didn't watch it's I still couldn't live without it. So, very thoughtful. I know he was so worried about my safety. Okay, come on. Let's go in some more for a little bit, Band-Aid. Okay, hold on. You in the jacket. Can't see, guys. Hold on. So I should turn the camera towards me so you can see how ridiculous I look. I guess no more ridiculous than usual. Right, baby? Kind of think here. Hi. I don't see your guys' comments. Hey, keep it sassy, Benice, and we're. Unfortunately, I do believe he's back to his old ways, which is really sad because when he's like his normal self, he's like he's like good person who does great things. But when he gets off his meds or whatever's going on with him, he turns into a monster, like straight up. Let me think here. But yeah, I don't want to really talk about him. I know I brought him up, but I'm just I don't know how much is on this card. I don't see any diet. Oh, down there. Diet Pepsi. There's a 2 for $5. I'm gonna have to hide it. I don't know how much is on this card. Let's see. 3. Okay, let me unlock my other card just in case before I get up there. Oh, it's already unlocked. We have a new guy working here that's brand new. He just started a few days ago. Like, hey, Mama Brown. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, good. I was hoping you guys were open. Okay. How much? I hope I have enough on this card.
$491.
Yes, just enough.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good night. Stay well.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Trip over my. Okay, let's get out here and get situated. Okay, let's get bandit situated. Ah, come on now. Should have done this inside, huh? So we zip bandit up in my jacket, and then get unzip them out of it. He loves this the snow. It's crazy. Oh, I'm ready for that warmer weather now. I don't. So I got some really, I think, good news that you guys are going to be left in suspense. And I hate doing that to you, so sometimes I don't even like to tell you. Let me cross this street, traffic awareness and all. Eek! Look how slow people are moving. Whoa, whoa! The snow truck's passing the. It's like a freaking racetrack out here. Whoa! This snow right here, walking through this part. Once we get on the side road, we'll walk on the road. So we've been working behind the scenes with anybody that will listen to us and can make things happen. And we finally got our talk with Chris McDonough. We spoke to him for 4 hours last night. He wants to keep the information private for now, so I want to respect that as far as what was discussed and any audio he may have or whatever. So that's all I can say. But it was a 4-hour call. I'm not even joking. So you can imagine he was pretty interested in what Fred was saying. And at least that's what that's how I got. He was, I think, pretty shocked about some things too. So I think this is really, really good and that way he can compare it. He has some connections and he can, instead of these rookies on here who have zero experience, and he has connections, and he is a member of the Cold Case Foundation, and he has a way of getting information that we can't. So he said he's going to compare some things and see what he can make happen, or let's see what we can do. So it was a very, very, very good call, guys. Extremely, definitely overdue, and I'm thankful that we got to talk to him. So some other things like we're trying to arrange. Get this stuff over with. So I'm excited, guys. I'll give the haters something to talk about. I think it's funny. Let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. Did you already know, Connie? Or Cold November Rain, I mean. I don't know if you told anybody. It went on really late last night, so. Yeah, tomorrow I might not be able to get out at all because it's going to be literally. I don't think he was realized all the things like Fred witnessed on the 15th. And all the work he did with law enforcement. And Fred went into great detail with Chris. And I loved how Chris was interviewing because it's the exact same way I try to. You ask the same question like 5 different ways. And guys, I was doing my very best to not say anything. After the first like hour, I think I got the hang of it a little bit better. It's really hard to. I didn't want him to miss anything. You know, I've been waiting for this call for so long, and I was so afraid. But he did really, really, really well. Okay. Oh man, this is untrekked territory. Oh man. I'm sure that conversation will come out when he feels it's okay. So, what else? Hold on. It's by Madden Girl or whatever. So it's a girl's jacket. My feet got wet. No. Freezing, Bandit. You did so good. Oh man. Yeah, we've been taking a little hiatus because just felt like it. Just felt like it. Okay. Oops. Let me put this in one of those. The weather outside is frightful. Let's see where. not sure like where it's just Madden. Oh shit, I have to get that. Speaking of ordering online, I have to get that damn, I promised her. Guys, my memory is so bad. I promised this woman, she's probably in here. She needs that she needs that well before Christmas. It's already the freaking the 15th before I can. Okay. No, what's up with Brown University? Hey, Mimi of 6. Well, people probably think I'm crazy for walking by. It's truly, I like getting out, and I hate when it snows. I'm like, oh, I don't. If it's too bad, then I am not gonna go out and walk. And that was pretty bad, but not too bad at all. Like, because there's no cars out, so you can walk on the streets. That's easier to walk on. Got some top coat that spilled because of this bottle that's broken. I need to find another bottle to put. I have a big, huge bottle of top coat. It's like a refillable type thing. Like you can refill smaller bottles with it. And I was refilling this one bottle, and it's got gunky and gross, and it broke. Like when we were trying to get off and it shouldn't do that unless it's exposed to UV, No, my daughter does the tree. She's obsessed with that thing. She wants it up all year round. I'm like, weirdo. She never takes it down. And she likes to. I said, well, make a little seasonal tree out of it. I guess you could do. Let's. Turn the computer out. Back in this room. I'm trying to think what else is really new, you guys, besides. Oh, wow. I guess at least she's obsessed with a tree and not a human like some of these lunatics. Pretty pathetic. Guys, I go on my favorite tarot reader. I sometimes share my readings and stuff with you guys that I feel are that I find funny, that are super on point with what's going on in the community and with me and everything. These freaking people, I'm not even joking. Actually, I think it's one person making several accounts, because nobody can be this much of a loser. You just cannot. They went over to this person, this tarot, random tarot reader that I watch. Not random me, random them, and started commenting under my comments and talking shit to me, calling me a liar and all this stuff. I'm like, you guys are such losers. If this is about the Summer Wells case, is this going to continue after I'm done, after Summer Wells case is solved? How much do you guys want to bet that it is? That this has nothing to do with Summer Wells? Oh shit, guys. This is spilled. It went on my. So this tarot reader I shared, hold on, I dropped you guys, was talking about how I need to like, or how Pisces needs to be careful, like walking, okay, walking, but they also, she was talking figuratively and literally at times, like, you're walking life. It was about having fear and stuff, and people harassing and stalking you and stuff like that. And anyways, and she kept talking about watching where you walk and stuff. And I made a comment, like, about the incident that happened at that intersection and stuff. And I'm not even kidding. Um, these people commented underneath it, um, mentioning Fred and everything, which I didn't even mention Fred in the comment. So it was clear that they were from this community and that they had followed me and found my comments. Like, what? Do people not have like any responsibilities at all? They have time in their day to go like and see if I left any comments on a um reading I shared and like harass me there because they're blocked on my regular account where they can't comment. It's like so pathetic. I don't want to talk to these people. Like, let them talk on their channels and talk their shit to their people in chat. But I don't want to be associated with you in any way. So please respect that. You can review my videos, but this real life shit and follow me around is crazy. I know. And they're like, you're a liar. You didn't get hit by a car, liar. And it's like, I'm like, hello. And like saying, they were saying I was a liar and this and that didn't happen. I'm like, hello, I was there. Were you there? I mean, were you the person in the little lady in the car? Because I'm starting to wonder. Were you there? The side of the car hit me. It wasn't the front of the car. It was okay. So if you're at it's a perpendicular road. Okay, like we're for these like losers who probably haven't graduated fifth grade and don't know what perpendicular means. It means when two streets cross at a cross, not parallel, at a perfect 90-degree angles. And they were on the other road pointing towards me. Okay, so we were parallel. Me and this car were parallel. They were across the street and they didn't have a turn signal on that I can remember, but I had the walk sign. I walked, and when the walk sign, I made sure that car wasn't coming. And I swear it was like they just like revved up and went towards me and like cut it real sharp because they were making a left turn. So they hit me on the side, guys, not at the front of the vehicle. These people who act like they know, oh, you would have been hit by the fender. Were you there? And do you know how it exactly happened? Well, they were turning left, and like she cut a real sharp left turn, and it was like she did it. And it's like I hurried and was hurrying across this. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this woman is turning! Like she's coming towards me." So I hurry and start to cross, and it's like she hurried and clipped it real tight, so she would like get me with the side. And I was guessing it was like this tire, because the tire, when it turns left, it goes out further than the side of the car, and it was kind of around that area. I guess it could have been the side of the car, but by the dirt marks on it looked like tire. So, anyways, it was the side of the vehicle somewhere that hit me. And I went in there, like I said this morning, and talked to the person for the first time that speaks English, but she doesn't have any access to the computer or to the camera. It was only that one guy, like the other guy said, and I'm like, well, gosh, I told him, like, how long? Why couldn't he got it like on his when he's on his downtime and just left it there for me or something? I don't understand how many times I have to. Anyways, cans of peas. What do you mean? Can't believe I have to literally do my nails again. I have 4 that kind of popped off. I'm gonna have to get this right. Like half of them I'll do real good, and they'll stay for days and days, but you have to be really careful about it hitting your nail bed. And any of the clear coat also go like flooding your cuticles. Anyways, let's check out. I also didn't check out if there was any arrests the last few days. I have not checked out. I always do, and I just have not. Okay, Brown University, and so that's in Rhode Island. No, I've never had somebody. I don't get in fights, guys. I don't have it. I'm not. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't make people mad and stuff. Like sometimes I have road rage and stuff, but that's when it's by myself. I mean, I have been in a fight before, but that was big. This one girl, I told you guys about that. She hit, or well, I was mouthing off to her, and I was drunk, and on who knows what else, and I was probably about 21 or 22, and it was like a little hotel party, and there's this girl there who was, I'm not even joking, my friend, she was very, very beautiful, I guess. Like a lot of people, I thought she was pretty, and a lot of people did. And this girl had the biggest crush, yes, a girl, on my best friend, and was so jealous of our relationship. It was insane, guys. Women are crazy. And she started talking shit and stuff, and she was so jealous. It was crazy. I said something like, why don't you leave? Nobody wants you here anyways. And her boyfriend goes, or what, are you gonna let her get away with that? That's what he said. And she hit me like real hard. I've never been hit that hard in my life. Like, and I went at her and stuff, but then all these people come flying in to separate us. And yeah, that's the only time now I've been given a black eye by a guy once, and broke my face during that incident with that, when I got that. Yeah, that was a long time ago. See, I don't miss that lifestyle at all. I'm so glad to be out of it. Let's see. Brown University shooting. Active shooter reported at Brown University. Brown University live update: 2 dead, 8 injured. Manhunt underway for shooter. The shooter remains at large after the university reversed an earlier alert that said one person was in custody. What the? Are you serious? I know you explained it, but I'm going to read the whole article so we can, because you were asking about it and interested. So, in
effect for the greater Brown University area. If you live on or near Brown's campus, we are encouraging you to stay.
What the heck, though? How can you imagine them telling the police, okay, it's all good. Shooter has been arrested, guys. You're safe. And then you go about your day, la di da di da, and and then here comes the shooter. Oh man, that sounds like some kind of lawsuit. I don't know. That's a big mistake. I'm trying to think the last time I had even a sip of alcohol. I hate it. I used to drink. I never really liked it because I always get hangovers real bad, but I did obviously partake, and it was usually with another substance to take away the hangover. I would take like an opiate on top of it, and I would, when I was my using days, a Loratab next day or Vicodin would take away the hangover pretty well. Peas and veg in the bag would be. I was using something similar yesterday for a burn, or the day before. I think I was live with you guys when that happened, or maybe not. So let's keep listening. Dressed in all black.
I want to bring in National Law Enforcement and Intelligence correspondent Tom Winter.
Let's see.
On the phone with us this evening and following the very latest. So, Tom, 2 people lost their lives, and there are 8 in critical.
Do they know who the shooter is?
This investigation being led by the
I guess not, because they said. I guess they don't have a picture of this guy. 2 people died. 8 others were wounded following a shooting this afternoon at the Barris and Holly building at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. I wonder how far Tiffany is from that area, from there. Of the injured, 1 was in stable condition, 6 were critical but stable, another was stabilized. A Brown University health spokesperson said tonight, all patients were taken to Rhode Island Hospital, the spokesperson said. There is no suspect in custody, officials said. The university had earlier said that 1 person was in custody. The shooter was described as a male dressed in all black. He ran away on the Hope Street side of the Barris and Holly Engineering and Physics building. Officials said the university has instructed. How do they know where he ran away to if they at first claimed that they had him in custody? To me, it sounds like they don't know what they're talking about. The university has instructed the broader Brown community to continue to shelter in place, lock their doors, silence their phones, and stay safe. 15-minute press conference. Okay, I'll be on a bolo. I don't remember this stuff happening when I was in, on campus and stuff. What I remember, and when I was on campus, is it was more of a like all the time, like the dean was busting parties. And people would go hide in closets and stuff when the dean would come by. Yeah, I guess he would just like make us rounds. I on Fridays and Saturday nights, let's go check out the fraternities and make sure they're being good. And they would like sound off like some kind of alarm, and everybody would go in the house. Everybody in the fraternity house, and everybody would go in closets, run out the window and stuff, because it's a zero tolerance even back then. And that was like the big thing was, because IU was like one of the number 1 party campus in the nation at the time, besides like Penn State, I think, or something. I thought she was from a northern New England state where, well, I don't want to say exactly where she lives just in case she doesn't want it out there, but after I said that, I was kind of like, I don't know if that's really public info. I think it's only public info because of people doxing her, so I guess I probably, but anyway, speaking of Tiffany, though, everybody really, let me look while we're waiting for this press conference to hear what's going on. Let me check out and see if there's any updates that I can see with. She shared I'm not going to show it, but she shared a picture of him when he was like 10 years ago, and she's such a good mama, guys. She loves her son.
let's see. Oh, yeah, she has a really close, good family, good knit family. As far as her very close family. Everybody keep praying for her. No real updates yet, except they did find some of his T cells and stuff. So that's great. That really worried me. I don't know if you that wasn't out there, but it's all good now. So what's going on? No, were you outside? If you're outside, don't touch me with those cold claws. You're fine, RJ. You're fine. You didn't do anything wrong. I will say this, she's had to travel a lot and so if people can help her out right now, I mean, I'm sure she could really use it, even if she did get a lot, it's a lot of money that she's having to stay in hotels and travel here or travel there, and it could happen out of nowhere too. So she never knows when she's going to have to drop several $1,000s, you know what I mean? So, and that's one thing you don't want to have to worry about. Like, that's at least one worry we can try to help. I wish I had, I wish I would just, wish I had it like that. So I could just make sure she didn't have anything to worry about right now. You know what I mean? Besides her son. I wish I was in that type of position, but maybe someday. Let's see, Brown University press conference. Let's go to the shows her live on this one.
This is what we're talking about now 5 hours later, is are we going to see an image of the suspect, which we keep talking about it because that's also important, as now the gunman is on the loose, and that's critical to try to find the suspect, because when tragedies like this happen, when violence happens,
it's trying to make me pay,
and they don't find the gunman right away, you need the public's help to try to find him. We talked about the Boston Marathon bombing. It took a couple of days to get on an image.
At least it's letting me.
The shooting of a health insurance executive in New York City, where the suspect was found in Pennsylvania later. And so it's also critical to get an image out to let the public
She ran.
try to work their diligence.
Thank you guys for the green hearts and prayers for her.
You have some ring camera, you have surveillance camera video.
That's
Know about it. We want to go out to Mike Cirillo now. He's downtown at the amp where there is a concert.
Well, Brian and Patrice, there are still concerts and events that are taking place in the downtown Providence area. For reference, we're about 8 minutes from the Brown University campus where this all happened, and you can see there is
going to do white on nails
outside of the amp. Now, one thing that I've noticed being out here for the past hour or so is that inside the amp, while the concert goes on, there are a lot of people. We saw them as they were entering. They were in good spirits, but most of them didn't seem to know exactly what had happened. Outside the amp at the moment, this is an area that's usually filled with a lot of people, and right now it is eerily quiet out here. There aren't many people at all. Some of the hotels in the area, I was checking in with them.
Reporters and cameras are staying up for press conference. Yeah, I'm on this live website, but I can't see anything because
to swipe in the way
it's got this big thing over the
security guard at the door that is.
Let me see if I can fix that, or if it's it's gonna try to make me pay, I think. But okay, looks like it's on YouTube, I think. Okay, come on now. Did you guys see shit. Did you it's JLR. I want to do the nothing bad. I like JLR. I just want to pull up the actual, you know what I mean? I don't want to sit there and if you guys want to watch him, I understand. That's totally fine, but I don't want to sit here and stream his. You know what I mean? Here we go.
Don't know where the suspect is, but we're going to keep you updated. I'll toss it back to you.
Oh, did you guys hear about Gypsy? Did you guys see that video of Gypsy Rose where she says, I think it was just like released, where she's talking to Nick Godejohn, like before they killed her mother, and she was sending him a video, and she's in this red dress, and it was their 1 year anniversary, and she says that he's a vampire and she's human, and they're a vampire human relationship, and like if he ever needs her blood, he could have her neck anytime. Guys, the most craziest thing, hey Amanda, the craziest thing of it all, it's disgusting, guys. Everybody, it's disgusting. And if she had this in her mind and was okay with it when she was like 19, because she's probably 18 or 19 in that video. I mean, it hasn't even been 10 years, I don't think, has it? So she was talking about giving their first daughter over, or their daughter over to him, and that he was going to take their daughter's virginity. And she's sitting there talking about it like it was so normal. I mean, what? And she's like, yeah, when our daughter turns 13, you get to take her virginity because some kind of it was a crazy freaking thinking. And she's sitting there just talking about, maybe I could find that. Well, it's Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has got
first. We're gonna protect him, and if we, I'm gonna have to explain that to her.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna have to explain that to lose her virginity.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
And the plan for if we have a boy first, we're gonna protect him, and if we have a girl, the way it has to be is if we have a girl, she has to lose her virginity to you because you are the master of the household. So I'm gonna have to explain that to her whenever she comes of age where it's time to explain it. Other than that, like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13 I'll explain. And also, so happy anniversary, my amazing.
Disturbing. Vampire Diaries or Twilight? Probably. I don't know. I'm not super into her story, but
the first thing that I had found that I'm going to talk about at the very beginning of this video that just
this is a
absolutely sexy master. It is your one and only Demona, your slave forever and ever. As your slave, I want you to know that I'm working very, very hard to become something very special called the seductress mother of the household.
Somebody said poor Nick. Oh my God, guys. Like, after no. Not poor either one, really. Like, after hearing I mean, I think it's, I don't know. I'm not going to give my opinion or get into all of that, but poor Nick, poor Nick, like he had some very, very dangerous sexual fantasies. And yeah, I don't think that it's poor Nick either.
And right now I'm working to get my white collar. So
she doesn't need mental help.
color collars to gain up to that royal collar, which I can only get whenever we get married and I've completed my whole training. I know that we want hopefully lots of children, and after we get married, we're gonna try and start right away, I hope. And the plan for
that didn't change.
if we have a boy first, we're gonna protect him, and if
So
we
if
have
a
a
boy,
girl,
it's protected.
the way it has to be is if we have a girl.
So she just had a girl baby, guys. Is that not concerning? Oh, I find that extremely concerning.
She has to lose her virginity to you because you are the master of the household. So I'm gonna have to explain that to her whenever she comes to age where it's time to explain it. Other than that, like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13, I'll explain. And also,
And what's also interesting too is that she's wearing a wig in this, and she's very into wigs right now too, isn't she? Isn't she always wearing? Yeah, I think she is. I saw a video of her recently explaining why she wears wigs. I'm watching the shooter situation too and seeing.
And I look forward to many more of anniversaries and birthdays and just so many happy, romantic, sexy things to look forward to. So, happy anniversary, my darling master. I love and adore you so much. And I'm always dreaming and thinking about you.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been caught in many, many lies. I think this is one of the most disturbing lies that she has been caught in. There is a podcast that she did with Kel Lowry from the Teen Mom franchise where she was saying that Nicholas at one point had said that he was going to R-word her daughter, and that the second that he said that she got really upset and it turned into a fight.
And then Nick told you at one point that if y'all ever had a daughter together, he would take your daughter's virginity at 13.
Correct. And I broke up with him after he said that. We had a huge argument after that. I broke up with him. I'm like, I'm done. I called him a bunch of names. I was like, I'm never gonna let you do that. So you just lost me.
Now we are seeing that this
Well,
is
I just heard you say
lies that she has put out into the media, trying to frame it that she was innocent the entire time. I'm honestly ashamed that I ever even believed her story, other than the fact that I think anyone who's believed Gypsy from the beginning was believing her, because we have a good heart and we have compassion.
Well, I mean, they tried to make, I mean, I don't know what I really believe on that situation. Let's see. Oh, we're getting to the press conference.
Podium now, Attorney General Peter Neronha as well.
Brown University shooter. RJ, I feel sorry for you.
Good evening, everybody.
Not after hearing that stuff.
Smiley, we're here to provide an update on the ongoing investigation from this afternoon's horrific attack and terrible act of violence in our community. In just a moment, we'll hear from our Governor Dan McKee, and from Brown University President Chris Paxson. Then there are other officials, including and especially law enforcement officials, who are here and able to answer questions.
I'll draw a card.
The three of us are the only
Are they going to catch this
formal
dude?
speakers, and then we'll take all of your questions and continue to try to be as transparent as possible. As I mentioned at the earlier update, this is an evolving situation.
Oh, he's going to probably die.
Details that are subject to change, and so we want to continue to
I think,
to recognize that
we're just going to guess from my cards, and we're gonna keep listening here, that he's gonna
Yeah.
unalive
And
himself.
so we will continue to update, and please bear with us if we learn more or if there are additional details. One of the new details that I'm sorry to
There's somebody helping
have
him.
to share is that there is one additional victim of today. So now there are 9 injured individuals. There was one additional victim who had left the scene. It was not a gunshot wound. The individual learned that they had received fragments from the shooting that had occurred near them. And so they have non-life-threatening injuries, but is now the 9th victim who is is expected to have a full recovery. Additionally, we want to make sure the community knows that individual responsible is still at large, but importantly, at the conclusion of this press update, we will be releasing a short video showing an image of the suspect. That will be available to all of you when we finish this briefing.
They should probably go ahead and put that out
fear
immediately.
and anxiety in the community right now, and we want folks to know that while it is
You
the
know,
case that the shelter
when you're
in
this
place
early on, you need to
remains in
put that out
effect
ASAP.
to the broader Brown community, that includes
1
campus
minute can mean
and neighborhoods
everything.
surrounding the campus.
1 second
We're
could.
doing everything we can, and we've been receiving tremendous assistance from our partners in law enforcement. The governor, under his leadership with the state police,
I'll show you
has been
guys the
terrific.
picture. I'll
The
try to
FBI, the ATF,
when
and
they
many
show it.
communities around Rhode Island have assisted. There are over 400 officers currently in the area assisting with both the investigation and to ensure the safety of the Providence community. Additionally, Providence Fire has been deployed to venues of assembly. We know that this is a busy time. It's a Saturday night in the holiday season, and so you may see
Actively monitoring
shit.
the situation at Brown University. Our team.
No, again, it just shows the far-reaching impact of what happened.
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what. Well, okay, I'll go to my history and I will find it. No, not that one.
And as I mentioned, that will be shared as soon as we conclude. We are still encouraging, as we did earlier, for anyone who thinks that they might have information relevant to the investigation to call the police, the Providence Police non-emergency line, which is 401-272-3121. 401-272-3121. Of course, you can call 3121. Of course, you can also call 911. But if you have information that you think might be able to assist in our investigation, please give us a call. At this time, I'd like to turn the mic over to our Governor, Dan McKee, who's been in touch with federal, state partners,
Anybody else gonna
and
get
has been a
injured?
tremendous assistance to us here in Providence throughout the evening. Governor?
Hey, Mayor, and thanks for your leadership and all your entire team. And our job right now is to support your team, and we're doing just that. All our state resources are available, not only to the mayor, but also.
There's something about teamwork.
Our hearts go out to Brown University.
I wonder if there's more than one shooter.
I've had calls along with the mayor, with the FBI director, Adele, who was offered.
I do think somebody else could get hurt. We'll see.
A call from the president
Hey, Jessica.
as well, expressing the same type of urgency and the same type of offers to respond to us in a way that we, one, keep people safe, but also, two, we're going to make sure that we catch the individual that brought so much suffering to so many people. And so with that, I would like to continue to work together. State police is on board. There's going to be needed for some counseling strategies, so we've already activated that through our health department. And we'll make sure that we take the lead from the mayor and then provide all the assistance we possibly can along with your lead as well, President Trump. So with that, I'll give it back.
Thank you, Governor. Now we'll introduce Brown University President Christine Paxson.
I still have 3 pairs of
Brown
pants on.
PD, was the first to respond and has been an incredible partner and we have two priorities right now as a community. One, to
Two
bring
kill,
the
9 hurt.
responsible to justice, and two, to pray for the full recovery of those affected. The Brown community's heart is breaking, and Providence's heart is breaking along with it. We're a week and a half away from Christmas, and all of
Yeah,
us are
that's
getting
horrible.
calls from
I didn't even think about that.
families, parents, employees.
I didn't even think
relatives. And so, President, we just want you to know that Providence and Brown stand together today, tomorrow, and in the months ahead. Please.
Thank you. Yes, this is
President.
the day that one hopes never happens.
You need to let the community know that.
I really appreciate everything that the local law enforcement and everybody is doing to help find this person, make sure that we can be safe as a community. Our focus right now is on supporting the families who have been affected by this. The families of the 2 students who sadly lost their lives today, as well as the 8, now 9 students who are in the hospital. We've been in touch with their families. I will talk to them soon. But, you know, we will come together as a community and we'll get through this. Currently, the students are still all in lockdown. Those are people in the area. And hopefully we can get them back to their dorms and feeling safe and secure as soon as possible. But thank you for everything you're doing now.
Thank you, Chris. We'll take questions for law enforcement personnel, anyone who is here today and share as much information as we can at this time.
Can we,
Dan.
Dan J. Group Channel 10, Mayor, can you talk a little bit about what we're going to see in this video? Or can Deputy Chief Oates?
We're going to ask Commander O'Hara to answer that question.
Sure. What you're going to see is a video from the building where this incident took place, 184 Hope Street. It's who we believe is the suspect, leaving that area, walking on Hope Street, and taking a right on Waterman towards the water. He's going to be wearing dark clothing. You're not going to be able to see his face.
Yeah,
Dark
they're
gray or black clothing. And some of the witnesses have also told us that he may have been wearing a camouflage gray mask. That is unconfirmed. But if anybody should recognize this person in any way, seen him earlier, recognize his gait, obviously we want to know about that.
You had said, somebody had said, and I want to make sure we're correct in reporting this, that he may have walked out of the building. And I'm wondering, how did he get access to the building? And is there video from inside the building?
That I don't have the answer if there's video inside that building that depicts him. There is video inside that building. However, I haven't seen him on video inside that building. And he did walk out of the building.
So can you explain that to me in all of us?
Why haven't they looked?
We don't have video of him in the building.
We haven't recognized him in the video yet. We do see some video from inside the building of a commotion. Clearly students are running. However, we don't have from the video that I've seen so far, we don't have the suspect depicted in here. That we don't know. We're not sure.
Have you been getting tips since the last weekend?
upset
some
about
tips have been
final
coming in.
exams.
We have been running them down.
Seriously?
We're going to be using the assistance of the FBI to get categorize all the tips that come in so that we have it in an orderly format for us to look at. But yes, we've had some tips. None of them have worked out for us yet.
Do you think
Yes, a little bit better, but we're still not there yet.
Has law enforcement
Ian first.
Commander, has law enforcement done a building by building search of the area, surrounding area?
Yes, we have. We've gone through some buildings. We've made sure that students that were barricaded themselves in were safe. We removed them, and they're now in a reunification center.
How far has that search gone into the residential area around Brown?
It's gone to all the buildings that we think that were affected by it. Any student that called us and said that they were barricaded and they didn't feel safe, those are the buildings we checked.
Deputy Chief, does that video show gun?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't show gun? And also, Mayor, the president confirmed that all of the victims are students of Brown University.
I can't confirm that. I don't have that information to confirm.
That's what you just said, right? The president that's all of the victims, including the two that passed, are students of Brown University. Okay.
There was a question over here.
There was one statement on the sidewalk of one in the building. Was all the shots done in the building, or were they shot out?
Well, the incident took place inside the building. happened inside of a classroom. No, first floor.
Has a weapon been found? If it wasn't in the video?
No, it hasn't.
Have you talked to any of the victims?
Do you walk us through what we now know about the timeline of events? What time did the suspect walk into the building?
Hey, Juniper. We're just watching about this Brown University shooter, or
I
listening.
don't know what the students were doing in this classroom. However, I don't also know how he entered the building. That we're working on. He could be in his 30s, but we're not positive. That's our first inclination. Pat.
Why is that so full? That's weird.
So right now we're working with ATF and the FBI who are present right now. Those are the federal agents that we're working with.
Deputy Chief, based on the bullets, Deputy Chief, do we know what kind of gun?
They look like brothers, those two guys, in a way, even though the one's bald. I don't know. They have, well, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. I forgot. Uh-oh. We lost feed for a second.
That I'm not sure of. I don't know how many students are in there.
President Paxton, could you maybe answer some of the questions about the Brown students? What was that class there for? Was it a final exam? You're the president, you must know.
I don't know.
But you don't know? Okay.
Sir, you had a question? Go.
So, have the children please order or evacuate?
No, they have not. The shelter in place has not
Hey,
changed.
Ava.
It remains in effect for the Brown campus and the surrounding neighborhood. City of Providence, you know, if you live near Brown, that's where the shelter in place is in effect. It is not in effect in other neighborhoods because we have no reason to believe that there is any particular threat beyond the campus area at this time. As I mentioned at the press briefing before this, I'll reiterate right now. In this day and age, there is a lot of misinformation that can spread as it pertains to official updates regarding the shelter in place or any future announcements. Please follow the City of Providence official social media
You guys did
channels.
put
We've
out
also put out updates
that you
through
caught
our
the
311
shooter.
system, but the City of Providence on Twitter, Facebook,
Speaking
and Instagram
about
will be
misinformation.
updated throughout the evening. If that did not come from an official channel, then it is not official. Right now, the shelter in place is the same as it had been earlier, and it remains the same. Please, Ed.
How was the shelter in place message being conveyed to the neighborhood? Was it just the media or anything?
So we have all of the above. We have conveyed it through the media. We've conveyed it through our official social media channels. We've pushed it out through our 311 system, which is the city service system. We've been in touch with our city council leaders throughout the neighborhood, including our councilman, John Gonsalves, from this neighborhood, who have their own distribution channels through.
Oh, I'm
newsletters
sure that
and such.
everybody, it doesn't take long for everybody to find out.
You know, this is a close-knit community. That is our strength, particularly in this moment. We are all in touch with our neighbors. We are all in touch with our loved ones at this moment. And we are sharing information as directly and honestly as we can. And we will continue to push out updates through those same various channels. Please, in the way back. There is no notification about when that might end because we will make that announcement when we feel like it's safe to do so. And so we don't have a timeline on that, and nor should we have a timeline on that. Safety is the primary concern right now, and bringing a responsible individual to justice is our top priority.
I got something about. I was
He's
getting.
unidentified, so we don't know if people may be helping him or not at this point.
Deputy Chief.
They know who he is. Please call us.
If I ask this with all due respect, I ask this with all due respect, Deputy Chief, just so I'm trying to process this so we can bring this person to justice. He was in the building, but we don't have video of him in the building, or we have video, we just don't know if it's him. Do you think that he went into a bathroom, got dressed, and then came out? And secondly, the president of the university address, does anybody have access to that building? I mean, you can't go to buildings without a pass key anywhere. So
I'll take both of those. As has been said, and we'll say again, the video that we have and the video that we will be sharing when we conclude this update is of the suspect leaving the building.
Right.
We are combing through lots of video, both on campus, through private cameras. Providence Police, with the great assistance from our federal partners and others, is combing through any video we can find. And again, to the community, if you have some of those Ring cameras or other video that you think might be relevant, please call us and share it with us. We do not at this time have video that we have seen of the individual coming into the building or moving throughout the building, but that doesn't mean that we will not discover it. We are actively working this investigation as we speak. It has been a priority for us to give updates when we have them. That's why we're here right now.
I'm sure that they're
When we have
looking
more
through
information,
footage.
We'll share it. As was reported at the earlier press conference from the provost.
I would
because there were
hope.
exams taking place, the outer doors of the building were unlocked. There were sure to be doors inside the building that were locked and that required badge access, but the outer doors were unlocked because it was 4 o'clock while exams were taking place. That was reported earlier. That remains true now. Please, Seth. We don't know.
How would they know? These questions. It's quiet, sorry.
I mean, I know the students are anxious, and I know they're in very constant communication with loved ones and parents through social media and on their phones. If we hear that students need support, if they have a medical issue or something like that, we will address it. Our major priority right now is for their safety.
President Patrick, could you confirm that several of the victims were either across
I cannot confirm that.
How are you doing today? Processing all this?
Yeah, it's hard to process. I was on a plane to DC when it happened and flew right back, and I'm catching up right now.
President, with all due respect, 6 hours after this shooting, you said you don't know what was going on in that classroom. How does that happen?
Mhm.
Were they taking an exam? Were they meeting for a club?
I don't know.
6 hours later, you're the president and you don't know.
Oh shit, dude.
That's kind of concerning.
Oh shit. Oh. Damn.
Yes, there's shell casings, but we're not.
Damn, that was harsh. How do they not know what was happening in the classroom, though? That is a
As
good
I
question.
mentioned, we've got over 400 officers on the ground right now. Every minute matters. We know every minute matters. And other than the people you see
Did you guys
standing
hear
behind
that
everyone else
questioner?
right now is out on the streets working hard to bring
Hey,
this
Mama
individual
T.
to justice and to bring some confidence and safety and security to our residents.
She
And that's
literally
what all
said
the
that she
people
was
who should
on.
be doing are
I mean, I would.
doing that are focused on. We will continue to provide.
Why
updates
didn't
as they
somebody
are
know
available.
that
We will
question,
continue
though?
to
Maybe
do
she
regular
didn't, but.
briefings. Please stay informed to our press list. If you're not on our press list, please let us know. You can find any of the individuals back there who can sign you up for the press list. That's all the updates we have for this time. We will share the video that was referred to several times to that same list. So if you need to be on the email list, you can see Josh here or a couple other staff people in the back. Thank you. That's our updates for now. That's all the time we have, and we will be back here when we
You're
have more
watching
to share.
special
We will
coverage from
continue to do
NBC 10 of a mass shooting at Brown University. The most important thing we learned there was that there is video now, we believe.
Okay, where's the video?
Walking down Waterman Street after leaving the engineering building at Brown University, where he shot several people inside on a first floor in a classroom. We believe he was wearing dark clothing, perhaps some kind of camouflage.
How does she? I don't understand how they don't know about what was going on in that classroom.
The president of Brown University confirming there that the 2 people who died are Brown University students. 8 of the victims in the hospital, also Brown University students. The mayor updating, saying there's a 9th person who was wounded, though not directly shot. It might have been fragments, but those injuries.
What do you
are not
guys think about
believed to be
that?
serious. We are now awaiting a piece of video that we hopefully can share with you again of what authorities believe is the suspect, but they kind of warned us that the video isn't great. We're not going to see, and by that I mean not very descriptive. They said you can't see the suspect's face. Again, wearing kind of dark clothing. They're hoping maybe from the person's walk, their gait, as you call it, that they could tell. There's still a shelter in place for Brown University, the surrounding community on the east side, but other events throughout the city have continued. There's not a shelter in place there. Mayor Brett Smiley's to death because they have not received any information of a threat specifically to those areas. So he said the people who should shelter in place, he said, you know who you are, on the east side near Brown University. And again, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. It appeared the person was able to easily walk into the building. It was exams, the outer doors were unlocked.
Kind of feel sorry for that
Not a
woman,
lot of information, but again,
the president.
we did learn the shooting.
But
all of it happened within a classroom. So, but they don't know again whether it was a student, and their description is maybe a man in his 30s. That could still be a student potentially.
And we want to point out too, on our screen right now.
Oh, okay.
The phone number, the tip line for police. Police did say during this news conference that they are getting tips from people. So
no,
if you
I just went down to walk down the gas station.
Maybe said something. Call this
Not
number.
completely snowed in, anyways.
272-3121.
Got 6 inches today,
Right
though.
now, police say they are getting tips and they are running down those tips. So far, they haven't panned out, but we are going to be getting some video. We're going to
Okay.
recognize that.
As you heard our colleague Dan Janik asking some pressing questions during that press conference about how is it that there is not more video from inside a university building. The deputy police chief said there is video where they can see students running and a commotion, but they don't see the gunman's face. And again, the shooting happened in a classroom. So does that mean there was not a camera in the classroom itself? Maybe just in a hallway or an entranceway or something like that. And then again, the gunman.
You would think that. Well, I mean,
But now, nearly 6 hours later, obviously that leads to a lot of questions about how far this person could have gotten. As police have searched the area again, they put a shelter in place.
do you think
for the
that's bad?
university
Or
and the
what do you
immediate
guys think
neighborhood,
about the
but not
president
surrounding
not
parts of
knowing
the
what was
city.
going on in the
Police
classroom?
presence downtown.
Like, was there
Outside the
exam?
airport, there was a concert. The mall was
I'm on
closed.
camera.
There are police officers with assault rifles.
What the
throughout
hell?
city because they don't know what this person is armed with. All we know is that he used a gun. What kind of gun is it? They don't know what this is.
You are watching continuing coverage of the mass shooting at Brown University where 10 people have been shot. One received shrapnel wounds.
Why is
10
somebody?
people shot at Brown University in the engineering building.
Why is somebody saying that we're going to be on the lab today? Where is that coming from? I haven't talked to Josh about that. No, he's lab's going live, and it has to do with not even anything to do with Summer Wells. So no, we did while we're waiting on this video, and I'll play that audio here in a second. But for those who are just joining, we did talk. I can't really talk about it because we're gonna keep it. Chris is wanting to keep it like the stuff that we talked about private for now, and because he wants to look into some things and see what he can get, check some stuff out, and he just doesn't want certain stuff out so right now, and we have to do what's best for Summer, and I agree. So we talked to him for 4 hours last night. It was mainly Fred talking to him the whole time, and it went really, really, really good. And we're very hopeful. And it was a great conversation, very nice and pleasant conversation, and very, I feel, productive.
Even though everybody has a phone now.
Just a terrible situation here today as we are continuing to cover this mass shooting at Brown University. Dan Janig is standing by live with the very latest. Dan.
One for Aaron, one for Dan. We have two mics.
Hi guys. I'm sorry. We were just hi Patrice and Brian. Just press conference just wrapped up right here, so we're just getting it in place. Let me tell you one thing. If we don't hear anything at all tonight, the video that's going to be released to Channel 10, and our producers are going to turn it fast, and we're going to play for it. That video is key to finding who did this. And that's all they've got. You know it, I know it, they said it, okay? Now, that video, he's all in black. So I think Brian made a good point. You have to look at the shoes. You have to look at the way they walk, because if you know this person, you'll know it, right? There's got to be something. And if there's not something,
true.
He walked into the night, and we're not sure if he's even still here. So that's key. So I know that we're
dump that all out.
We're going to bring that video to you as soon as we can, so we can show you exactly what's going on. So just to update some things we learned at this news conference. That shooting took place inside that building. It was a classroom, likely where kids were having a final exam. The president of the university 6 hours later doesn't know what's happening in that classroom. That's kind of a concern too. There's video likely in the hallways. As an adjunct professor, we never had cameras in the classroom. Now, they may have had cameras in the classroom because it was a final exam, but I don't think they're there all the time. But I'm not familiar with that building. But there's definitely video in the hallways, which is why they saw all the students running down the hallway after the shots went off. So that's why I kind of pressed him. Okay, so he's in the building, he's walking around the building, but you had video, but you're not sure it's him. You know, obviously some of these black clothing with a mask on, you're going to recognize them, right? So then I asked him, could he go in the bathroom and change and went out? So it seems like there's some kind of fogginess there. What we do know is that the video from outside is really what they're hedging their bets on right now. They are still going through the video from inside the classroom. We also learned at this news conference now that there's one more victim. So in total, 11 people, 11 victims. The last victim went to the hospital after the fact and realized they had some shrapnel from the shooting. So they didn't get shot, they just got some shrapnel in, and they're going to be okay. The other ones, we also learned that they're all students. President Paxton said they're all students, including the 2 people who lost their lives. So there's some big information coming from this news conference. I'm going to bring in Erin and Coogan in 2 seconds, but first I want you to hear what Mayor Smiley had to say of people living in this area.
We know there's a lot of fear and anxiety in the community right now, and we want folks to know that while it is the case that the shelter in place remains
Hey, Tanya.
for the broader Brown community, that includes campus and the neighborhoods surrounding the campus, we are doing everything we can, and we've been receiving tremendous assistance from our partners in law enforcement, the governor.
Remind me to get your pack, because I was just talking about this earlier before you got in here. Could not believe I forgot again. So obviously I won't be able to get it out till Monday, but I really want to get it out Monday for you so you have it at least a week before Christmas, because I know there's some stuff in there. It's Christmas stuff. Gosh, I can't believe it. Actually, my memory is horrible.
There was a concert, Pete Pack, where there was the Boston Pops. I'm looking at my phone, as I know our producer Courtney Colucci is too, for when the video is going to be emailed to us, because that's the video we need to see. You need to see if we're going to catch this guy, because otherwise he just walked into the night.
Cool.
I thought it was interesting.
Tomorrow eve. Well, it doesn't matter when you email, because it will
when they talk
come up a notification.
It's 6 hours
and I'll
later. You
look
have to watch
when
Law and Order every week to know the longer the time goes by, the more challenging this is going to be. And he basically said, we don't know the identity of the shooter.
Well, here's the problem. The shelter in place is for the surrounding Brown community, but we asked, is there any indication that he is here? Why wouldn't he be in New Hampshire, like you were saying?
Right.
It takes 3 hours. Why wouldn't he be in New York? And they said they don't know that.
Right.
They can't confirm that.
No.
So why is the shelter in place only here?
Well, I think because they have to, out of abundance of caution, they have to think that he didn't get too far. But, like I said earlier, when I got the call this afternoon, you were the first reporter on scene, by the way, which I want to talk to you a little bit about. But, I was in Bedford, New Hampshire, having lunch with my friends, holiday lunch, when I got the call. So it's 2 hours away in Bedford. I made it in an hour and a half. It's been 6 hours, right? You can go for a long time. You were the first person on scene, and you kind of see this develop. One of the reporters, and you kind of see this develop. You said that you were in the area where the shooting took place, but you didn't recognize the cameras up above because obviously you had officers with guns.
I think it's been a roller coaster of adrenaline and a little bit of laughs, and because we had there's a shooter in custody.
Yeah, exactly.
That was 30-minute span of time where people let their guards down. Of course, Thayer is a highly populated street. We had folks going back out to get their
Good
dinner.
thing nobody
and then
got
30
hurt
minutes
after
later,
they.
that announcement came out. It was, wait, there's nobody in custody.
Right, and for those 30 minutes that there was a suspect supposedly in custody,
That's right.
that suspect got away, had 30 more minutes to get away.
Yeah.
They weren't looking at that person right now. So
Yeah.
this video, and I
Huge mistake.
from the air. This video
For sure.
From the mayor's person who's supposed to send it to us because they need to press play quickly. We need to get that on the video camera. You need to watch it on your phone.
Oh shit! I need to.
You need, if you're in the Brown community or you work on Thayer Street, maybe he comes in and gets a sandwich and you recognize something. We need to get that video on
Do
the
this
air,
part.
and we'll do that. So, you guys have a question for me back at the station? I know we swapped out some anchors, so I'm not sure who's there now.
Yeah, so what we have learned is that all of the people who were shot are Brown University students, including those 2 who have died. We also know that we're waiting for this important video. Dan, I'm wondering, why did they think that person is the person who's the shooter? Was it because he was wearing the dark clothing, because he had maybe a camo mask on, or could they see a weapon?
No, they said they didn't see a weapon. What the heck's going on with their footage right now? They lost speed.
As far as the mask, they didn't see that on camera. He said that
Possibility
a
of
victim
that.
may have seen a camouflage mask. We've been hearing mask all day, but that just kind of confirmed it right there. So Patrice, this video is key.
Yes.
And when you think about it, right? I mean, we've been covering news for how long? It's 2025, and a suspect walks in a building, shoots people, walks out, and 6 hours later, we don't know anything about that person except for the video that you're about to see.
Could you
And that
repeat,
video,
Dan, could you repeat what you said at the beginning? Because we had a technical problem here. I was asking you, why did they think that guy is the person who did the shooting?
oh, sorry. So Patrice is asking, why do they think that guy is the guy who did the shooting? Well, you can answer that too. I think it's the black clothing, right?
Black clothing, people saw him leaving on the Hope side of the Barris and Holly building, so they're putting 2 and 2 together. But of course, they're going to rely on any inside video as well.
Yeah, they didn't see a gun in that video. Patrice, I'm not sure where I got cut off, so I don't want to go blabber on and on, but I want to give you the facts. I asked, did they see a gun in the video? No. Can they tell us what kind of gun he used based on the bullets that were?
It doesn't sound very.
They know what kind of gun it is, but they don't want to tell us. So he's walking away down Hope Street. I don't know if he's running. I think they said walking.
Why don't they want to tell
He was all dressed in
gun?
black, and that's why they believe this is the suspect. I don't know if you heard about the part about the mask, Patrice. They can't see the camouflage mask. That's based on what victims told police. So
I saw it.
you go back to the inside the video, inside the hallway.
I saw your
was it
emo,
so
Todd.
calculated They realized that we're on camera. I don't know. But they're going to go through that video. So that's why they think it's this person, Patrice. But I'll tell you right now, that's the only thing they've got right now.
Yeah, Dan and Aaron, I want you to hang back there because what also stood out to me during this press conference when they were listing some new
Having
details.
issues here.
One of the things they mentioned was
this.
they believe the shooter was in his 30s, which is obviously not the typical college age student. Did you guys read into that? Do you think we're going to see some of that play out in the video that
They
might
said
give the
he
appearance
may be in his 30s.
Right, Aaron doesn't have an earpiece, so Emily's asking about why they thought that the shooter could be in his 30s. I think Steph Machado from the Globe asked that question. I don't know how you determine somebody in black clothing is. I don't know how.
Well, alongside everything that they've been doing behind the scenes, they've been talking to students that were inside at the time of the shooting because they had kids barricaded in there and sheltering in place for now 6 hours. So they've been able to talk to them.
And I think we need to go back also to the human angle of this because we're so caught up in finding the suspect. But I want you to think about this, and I hope to get through this without emotion.
I don't know how you would know.
We're in a classroom, likely taking a final. We've all been there. And there's so many people watching right now whose kids are taking finals and all they want to do is to get home safely. These kids are just taking a final. And according to police, this suspect walked in and just opened fire. Opened fire, walked and escaped into the night. And 2 kids, they're brown. They're doing well. They just wanted to finish their exams so they could go home and see mom and dad. And now mom and dad are flying in or driving in to identify their bodies. And
That's crazy, guys.
You can't get lost in that. So, anyways, I think that's important, Patrice and Emily, that we realize that, you know. And again, now we also know why the door was open and why anyone could go in and out, because it was finals.
You said this video is the only video we have. So far, there is video from inside the engineering building. We could see, police say, students running, but they have not identified the shooter yet. So eventually, we could have more video of this person.
Yeah, so they're going to go through the video from inside. But, you know, you have to wonder, Patrice, if they had video, I'm 100% sure about it, from the inside, why wouldn't they release it too? And they don't have that.
Well, the mayor's specifically said they do not have anything.
They don't
No.
recognize anything.
Right.
So they're going through that video right now. I asked the mayor after the press conference. They're going through the video.
Woman, I just saw the
I don't know, like, you know, I don't know.
title of this video to the side. It says, "Woman dumps 75 used tampons in ex-boyfriend's yard." Okay. That is a very odd thing to do. Let's gather together our tampons for and throw them in somebody. I don't see that as, I mean, it's gross and disgusting. Oh yeah, pretty gross, dude. But I don't know. I can think of probably better things than that. I don't know. I'm not a vindictive person, but gosh, I thought this. You would think that they would have this video by now. Let's see. Video of Brown University suspect. Right?
Short while ago.
Seriously.
We are still waiting on that video that they promised to send us of the suspect. As soon as we get it, we will bring it to you on air. But you are once again watching special coverage of NBC 10 News, where 2 people are dead, 9 people are injured after a gunman opened fire inside Brown University.
Dude, it can't take that long these nowadays to upload a video. A probably 30-second clip, if that.
Manhunt is still continue at this hour. This is the Brown University president speaking.
This is
Why is this sticking up?
And it has.
Okay.
I really appreciate everything that the local law enforcement and everybody is doing to help find this person, make sure that we can be safe as a community. Our focus right now is on supporting the families who have been affected by this. The families of the 2 students who sadly lost their lives today, as well as the 8, now 9 students who are in the hospital. We've been in touch with their families. I will talk to them soon. But, you know, we will come together as a community and we'll get through this.
Yeah.
And we just learned from Indiana Falk just a few moments ago that 3 busloads, ripped-up busloads of students have gone to the reunification center up at Brown University right now. So those students have been cleared out of those buildings and they are safe tonight. So we just wrapped up this news conference with public officials, including the mayor and police officials.
You hear the gremlin out
and they
there?
tell us that there is video. We're waiting for that video that shows the supposed gunman leaving the engineering building, taking a right on Waterman Street, walking down toward the water. He's wearing dark clothing. He possibly has a a camouflage mask on, and they're asking anybody who may recognize the way he's walking or may
I'm
have
sure he
heard
has a
him say
change of
something,
clothes with
should
him.
call the Providence Police. That phone number
I mean,
is
that would be the
272-3121. We also have learned at that news conference that the shooting did happen inside the engineering building on the first floor. They have video inside the building of students running, but they have not yet identified the gunman from any of that video.
And those poor students, I mean, it has been more than 6 hours at this point. And Leanna was speaking to the relief of some of them getting to that center where there's a heavy police presence, where they're reuniting with some of their families. NBC 10's Leanna Falk once again joins us there to show us what's going on at the scene. Leanna.
Yeah, Emily, one of the changes that we've seen here at the athletic center is this yellow caution tape now. The busloads or now vans of students have continued to arrive. We see one that's kind of slowly making its way into the facilities now. This Providence Police Department van is carrying several students that are coming from several different parts of campus. We spoke to one student that came from the library, another student that came from a grocery store, and now we have all of these students again arriving to their first real safe place since that first text message came in to run, hide, and fight. Now, we've been speaking to some of the students as they've arrived here at the athletic center, and relief is one of the words that they're feeling, but also they can't really articulate how it is they're feeling because of all of the unknowns about this situation. The fact that there is still a gunman out on the loose right now, the fact that they've lost 2 of their classmates and several others are still in the hospital right now fighting for their lives.
Yeah, there's somebody still out there.
Have made this such an untenable situation.
There's no reason why he wouldn't.
I talked with one student who's from Florida. She said she didn't live far from Parkland. She remembers that Valentine's Day when those students lost their lives and the effect that it had on those students for the years and years to come. And it's hard to kind of understand or really realize that this is their new reality here at campus, that now they are those students that will have to live with the memories of experiencing such a traumatic event in what's supposed to be one of the best years of their lives. And we also spoke with a teacher who was here in the gym. So what you're seeing right now is the fitness center here at Brown University. And on the second floor is a state-of-the-art gym. And she's talked about how the students really came together to protect themselves and to also shelter in place. She talked to us about how they had made sure that they set themselves up so that the doors were locked. She talked about the morale that they had sustained within
Is she Brand still in here?
That they were calm.
I was wondering if she's ready for she lives like 30 minutes away from me.
Experienced this just being a student and seeing those text messages come in, and initially
Wonder if she's ready for this weather, guys. Tomorrow's high is gonna be 6 degrees. Oh, a whopping 6 degrees. Yeah. I'm thinking about just not even getting out of bed. At all. And waiting till it's normal outside again. I wonder what the main thing is that I'm doing wrong that my nails keep popping off, guys. Let me also, real quick before I go, because I'll probably be going here in a second. I'm winding down. I'm going to check the arrest in the area of East Tennessee.
Couple of weeks of their semester in lockdown, and now all of them have essentially gathered in the athletic center to shelter in place with one another. And one of the things I also want to mention before I bring it back to you guys, so we know that initially this was the reunification center. It was this fitness center. They've now moved it to the larger athletic department. So they've a much bigger building just to withstand all of the kids that are going to be coming by.
All right, Lana Falk at the Reunification Center. We will check back in with you shortly. And she talks
There's
about
all-
student life and how much
you guys-
it's changed.
I have seen 3 people with the last name of Wells arrested in Hawkins County or Sullivan. I can't say for sure it was just Hawkins. I want to say, but anyways, Beach Creek Community is right there on the line between Sullivan and Hawkins. So I always check Sullivan and Hawkins counties. There's a Paul Wells that was arrested. Just possession and disorderly conduct, who's 19. And then there was a girl arrested, a Wells. Let's see here. It wasn't too long ago. There's 2 other ones I saw. Fred was showing me about that. It must be. It's forcing me to watch this stupid ad.
Trying to find this gunman and also to make sure that the
27. I would take 27 degrees right now.
Are safe. We want to go back out to John Perrick, who is
Sorry, guys. I have a bunch of clothes on right
for
now.
Hours now. John, where are you
I
now?
went on a
and
walk.
What have you seen?
Patrice, we just
It
came
was
back
10
to
degrees
Hope Street
outside.
and Waterman, that corner. That's where our live coverage started, just after the 4 o'clock hour. Now, I just want to point out the scene here behind me. There's not much of a scene. A few police officers,
Let me
no
check
more
Sullivan.
ambulances, no fire trucks even. We just saw a fire truck leave. To the right of this street here, of this sidewalk, that's the engineering building in question. That's where it's believed the shooting all started. Now, what we've seen, though, here down these streets, again, this is a residential area. We're not in the center of Brown's campus. What we've seen are crews wearing tactical gear, holding ARs, walking, maybe about
Here's a
dozen
hill,
each
Cameron
in each
Hill.
group, walking down
They
these streets,
released him the same
looking
day.
for something, looking for evidence, a person, whatever it may be. I saw them just 10 minutes ago. They came over here to this house right here where the tape is. They were looking in these bushes. And when I say looking, they weren't just going bush to bush. They were putting their hands into the dirt too, trying to find something that can lead them closer to an answer as to who exactly is behind all of this. Again, we're here at Hope and Waterman Street. It's not as active as it was when we first came on the air, of course, but still a sense of urgency in the air, guys.
All right, John, thanks. Once again, stay safe out there. Yeah, I mean, John is obviously in the heart of where this happened, seeing the officers and the
Hey,
tactical
Annie.
gear as they search.
Yes,
and
I
comb
am.
through
I'm
just all
part
the
of
little tiny
NASA. I'm out of this
crevices the
world.
east side to hopefully find this person.
No.
Meanwhile, downtown Providence, we
That'd be
still
cool
have some
though,
events
right?
going on, as you were just talking about, Patrice. NBC 10's Mike Cerullo joins us live from outside the amp to give us a look of what it looks like out there.
No, it's
Yeah,
just a
we're
sweatshirt.
expecting this concert at the AMP to end in the next maybe half hour, 45 minutes or so. Right now, I want to give you a look. Police seem to be ramping up their presence just a little bit as they brace for this influx of people to come out of the AMP, and again, about a half an hour from now. So right now, you can see all of the officers that are in front, some of them armed, some of them in tactical gear, from multiple different
I'm doing
departments.
this
We see
white,
Boston Police, Cranston
pretty
Police,
white
but
color. I
it's
want
not
to.
just the AMP. It's all around this entire neighborhood. Now, inside the AMP, there's the concert going on.
I
People
still have
singing,
some pink ones
fairly
though.
good
I'm gonna
spirits,
switch out, I guess,
going in.
somehow,
Some
or
now learned exactly what has happened
put
at Brown University, and they're kind of digesting
white
that
over
news
top of it or
in
something.
addition to trying to enjoy the concert at the moment.
Let's see. I pretty much
But
checked
again,
out all
police in this
the
area
counties.
bracing for
See if I recognize anybody's
we can see officers
name.
right in front of the AMP, and we can also see them a couple blocks away from in my eye line as
Which
well.
I'm not, but I see another
Officers
Wells
have
arrested
escorted people to their cars that have left the concert a little bit earlier. You can see a couple people coming out, but not quite that influx at the moment just yet. So other places
Let's see.
in Providence,
Well,
Impact is also bracing.
how long does it take them to get this video? They said at the end of that freaking conference, guys.
As a result of this as police went to sweep the mall.
Oh,
and search
Jinx,
thoroughly,
Jinx,
according to
RJ.
some of the people who were turned away at the mall. That's what security had told them. And some of the hotels in this area,
Yeah.
that's right nearby, has decided to increase their security protocols.
Are they gonna get
This
this
is a
guy
very
tonight?
happening area in Providence. Obviously, it's downtown. It's about 8 minutes away from where that scene is, right
You gonna
around
find
Brown
this guy
University.
tonight?
But right now, it's eerie and it's quiet, and the action is happening inside the amp.
No, I don't think so. Knight of Pentacles, that's slow. That's like one of the slowest cards in the deck.
Quiet around here compared to what it normally is in this section of Providence.
The wish fulfillment card in reverse.
A strange feeling in the air. As
The
people
well at
try
the
to enjoy
bottom.
their nights at the concert. I've spoken to a lot of people who were coming out, some leaving early, having to go back to
Yeah, I don't get that they're
Connecticut,
getting them
Massachusetts,
tonight.
wherever they
But we'll
came
see,
from,
I guess.
to enjoy this Christmas-themed concert. Remember, right before the holidays, and people trying to digest this tragedy as they try and enjoy this concert as well.
Mike,
But we'll be out here tonight as fans get out, but we'll toss it back to you.
A couple of questions for you, Mike. It looks like the traffic is moving pretty freely there. Also, I'm just texting with my husband who just left the Providence Performing Arts Center where the Boston Pops were performing tonight, and Keith Lockhart, the conductor, acknowledged.
Well,
that
guys,
what
I'm
was
gonna
going
get off
on
here.
all
My
day
phone's
long.
about to die.
Talked about prayers for the families.
I
and
would
the
check
victims.
the live feed on or go. I think JLR's been live. I'm sure he'll show it. So, and did you guys see Kelly Osbourne? How she looks? They say she's unrecognizable. Do you know who that is? She doesn't even look like the same person. Doesn't look like her at all. I was shocked.
Or get off Ozempic, or you don't look right. My dad just died, and I'm doing the best that I can, and the only thing I have to live for right now is my family, and I choose to share my content with you and share the happy side of my life, not the miserable side of my life. So to all those people, fuck off. I don't even know how to say this, so I'm just going to say it. To the people who keep thinking that they're being funny and mean by writing comments like, are you ill? Or get off Ozempic? Or you don't look right. My dad just died. And I'm doing the best that I can. And
I guess she has a point, but she's still, yeah, I think she looked better a little bit heavier. But I think that girls look better with a little bit of weight on them. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it matters, I guess, the person. Oh, okay, I don't know why I had to. That's just my preference and what I think's attractive, or pretty or whatever. But some though, it just matters, I guess, a person's frame and stuff. But yeah, I think, her mom is her mom naturally thin? I guess not. Actually, for a while, she struggled with her weight. So I don't know if I think that's not actually really true. I guess that's not really even true. Because I remember her mom struggling with her weight too. I think she looks fine, except she's a little too thin, but that's true. Her dad did just die, and I don't know, but like how she looked before, because I was just shocked. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even recognize her. But her lips are what I think are just, it's like she's so little now and her lips are so big. It doesn't look right. I don't like the really big lip look. Like huge lip. All right, guys. Right, Eddie? I don't know. I thought she did, but she did get a lot of shit, you know, back in the day about her weight and stuff, you know, a lot of hate. I'm sure it affects her. It does something to you mentally, and especially she was in the public eye, so it can make you obsessive over your weight and stuff if you don't deal with it properly. If you can't. So, and I'm sure she's depressed, stressed. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good evening. Stay warm out